What's up guys, Mitchell with Blaze Off-Road. Today we're going to be showing you how to install our rear power system. This is useful in trucks like the Tundra, Tacoma, obviously really any truck platform, but also in your 4Runners or other SUVs. This kit has become very popular because it's a great way to wire up your fridge freezer and gives you some USB ports for charging as well. This is our most compact kit with the Blue Sea Systems panel. This only has the switch and then the 2 locations. On this one, we've got one dual USB port and one 12-volt socket. We also have one that has 2 of the dual USB ports and a 12-volt, and then we have ones that have a voltage gauge, dual USB, and a 12-volt. So it's really built to suit whatever your needs are, and you can select the option that will work best for you and what you're doing. Also, there's an option on the website for how you would like it wired. If you want it wired to a fuse block like this, you'll simply select that. If you need a terminal fuse, such as this, you just select that on the website. The guys who are going to be running these probably already know it because you probably have one of our kits or another electrical kit on the market that has a Blue Sea Systems or similar fuse block just like this. It won't come with this, it'll wire to your existing one, but it tells us how we need to terminate your harness so you can just connect it. This whole kit is meant to be super plug and play. You'll see it's very easy install. The only hard part or more advanced part of it would be the drilling in the bed, but with a couple hole saws, you can knock that out super easy. So let's dive in, connect this guy under the hood, run the power back, and then get this installed. All right guys, so this specific truck is a new gen Tundra, the non-hybrid version. So under the hood here, he has our Garmin Power Switch kit already. You guys may have seen this truck in a video that we did a few months ago, but what we're gonna do is go ahead and pull the fuse out for this location here, connect the power here to the fuse block because he wants to run it full time. We'll use a switch on the panel, turn it on and off, not the Garmin. And then we're gonna connect the ground up here to the ground bar. So on the Blue Sea Systems kit, it comes with this little gasket for all 3 sizes of panel. I like to use this as a template to tell you where to drill because you don't need to cut the outside, it's just the inside. So I take a Sharpie, hold this guy up. You want to keep it as level as possible, obviously. Obviously, you can't see the black marks from black Sharpie on a black bed on camera, but I can see them well enough to drill. So I'm going to hop up in the bed, drill that out. All right, so we're using an 1.25" hole saw. This is a specialty one for knockouts on electrical stuff. You can find this at Home Depot. It pops into a standard impact gun. Like, it's super nice, super easy, and it's great for truck beds. We're gonna line up with the top hole there. Now we're gonna go to the bottom and drill that hole next. Now you have 2 options here. You can continue drilling out all the way up and you'll be left with these little ridges. That's perfectly fine. You can do the install like that, or you can grab a saw and cut along those lines and you'll get a little bit of a cleaner install. For this, we're going to go ahead and keep drilling to show you what that's like, because that's what the majority of people are going to do. Keep in mind that this is all behind the panel. When we do the install for customers, we do trim all these off, but this is what you guys will see when you do the install if you only use the hole saw that you grabbed, the 1.25" saw. Keep in mind that this is all behind the panel. When we do the install for customers, we do trim all these off, but this is what you guys will see when you do the install if you only use the hole saw that you grabbed, the 1.25" saw. All right, so now that we've got the wire ran up, go ahead and throw the gasket back on this thing. Obviously the curved side goes on that, flat side goes on the switch there. Decide how you want to orient it. Doesn't really matter, but we have the cables here now, so the power is going to connect to the back of the switch there, and then the ground gets thrown into that secondary jumper deal here. With those connected, I like to go ahead and cable tie them up to the existing harness bundle just to keep them from potentially coming off and falling down under the truck. So once it's cable tied up like that, cut that off, and then let's get this thing mounted. So wires go through first. All right, now that that is in, we're going to use the screws that came with the Blue Sea panel to get this thing installed. If you have a sheet metal bed as compared to composite like the Toyotas have, then you're going to want to use some self-tapper sheet metal style screws. However, with the composite Toyota beds, these screws are exactly what you need. Cool. Now the fuse is installed, we'll throw this cover back on, clip it in, clip that guy on, and go test it out. All right, guys, as you can see, that install is super easy. It's essentially make sure your fuse is removed under the hood, connect your power and ground there, run the wires to the back, drill your holes, connect your wires, mount the plate, install your fuse. Super easy, super quick. Probably took us 20 minutes to knock out, and you can do it at home with next to no tools. The hole saw is really the most complicated part of the entire thing, which really isn't that hard in itself. So if you want a rear power setup like this to run your fridge, to power your electronics, to charge all of your USB devices, or run USB lights, which are now very popular in the camping world, head over to blazeoffroad.com, grab your rear power kit today.